What do you make of Trump's claims designating Nigeria as a country of particular concern?
Well, I'm one person who I don't take whatever Trump says seriously. He has a lot of problem in America. He should go and face his problem. But as a leader of the free world, he should take anything he says. Not with a pinch of salt, but if it affects your country in one way or the other, and it is relevant to trying to make amends. If I were Tinubu and what he's saying, because I've seen bishops making speeches from Plateau, that there are killings going on there. So at least for once, he says something that is happening. You may not like that, but it is true that there are killings. Because I've seen Anglican and Catholic bishops in Plateau saying there are killings going on. And who are doing the killings? Islamic fundamentalists are doing the killings. So I don't think Trump has gone far from the truth, considering what he used to do in the past. Everything for Trump is political. Could use anything for politics. But in the Nigerian situation, he doesn't need to gain anything, but he said the truth. People would have petitioned him, maybe people in the Congress who had received petitions from Nigeria would have told him. And America has a lot of security establishment in Nigeria to be able to find out exactly what is happening. So he's not talking out of beer parlor speech. There must be enough evidential proof that something like this is happening. And he said that. And you can see our government struggling to explain. They are not defending. They are struggling to explain out themselves from what he said. And it's not been successful. They have done it very poorly.
How do you feel when Nigerians seem to be excited by what Trump has said and seem to embrace it? And some of them are even saying, when is he coming? How do you feel? And how should the government feel with this kind of reaction to...
You're talking of Trump wanting to come here to fight. How do you know who is going? The bomb will fall on his head. When an artillery bomb or something is dropped on the air, how do you know where it's going to drop? If people are being killed in Plateau, maybe the bomb drops on the same people that are being killed. And the people killing them maybe from Sokoto or Zamfara or somewhere. How do you know? So it's a very complex issue that you don't pray for. There might be other diplomatic pressures to be used. I will regard the statement of Trump as part of the diplomatic pressure. For government of Nigeria to be brought to sit down and talk and look area at Plateau, Benue and other places, Zamfara where killings are taking place. Who are the people carrying it out? I think that's the best way to look.
Nigeria under President Tinubu is fast drifting to almost like a military rule. People are not allowed to protest if they gather. It's either the court is giving you restrictions where you go, or the police is gassing them and picking them up. What should the president be doing to de-escalate this tension?
Well, that's the president. I have said before now it was executive and legislative rascality. We have entered into judicial rascality. So your question is answered. There's no hope. Something has to give somewhere. Because the judges, the high courts, the legal processes we are hoping for, they're even worse than the executive and legislative form. Because you pay money, you take a judgment. You pay money, you take a judgment. So we're in a very dire situation in this country, presently. Very dire situation, So I don't want to believe that must God come to settle every problem. We are human beings. God have given the initiative to think, use our common sense to distinguish between bad and good, And if we can't do it, then it's a pity. So if we say anything, we should be responsible for our own actions and the resultant effects of those neglect, omissions, or acts of inaction. We should be courageous enough to accept that we are blamable for all those actions or lack of it.